And so you mentioned airbags. I get this all the time, and I know the answer to it, but I want you to tell me. Airbags, when are they supposed to go off, and is not going off when they should? Is that a case?
So it's funny you bring that up because we have in the past, historically at our firm, we were getting inquiries through the internet on our website, and our firm doesn't, we don't advertise on television or radio. I mean, obviously we have a website, and we were getting these pings from like all over the world about airbags, and my airbags didn't go off, my airbags didn't go off, my airbags didn't go off. And a lot of times people will just think I was in a crash and my airbag didn't go off. So, therefore I have a claim against the vehicle manufacturer. And of course, you asked the $1 million question, and you asked of a lawyer, so I can't answer it. I can't just say yes or no. But what I can say is that your airbag is not supposed to deploy under every circumstance. But it's not something that's intuitive. There's a lot of things about product defect cases that once you hear them and appreciate them, and just like I know you do a lot of first party work. I wouldn't know the first thing about first party work, but there's things that are intuitive to you, Right. But a lot of people will call and say, well, I got rear-ended on the highway and my neck hurts, but my airbag didn't go off. Well, your airbag is not designed to deploy if you get hit in the rear. It's only supposed to deploy if one of the sensors in the front or the side is triggered. And then even within that analysis, all the sensors, this kind of came up earlier, they are the sensors for the airbag. They're placed in certain areas on the vehicle, and they're also tuned to a certain sensitivity. So, and the manufacturer will say, well, we're trying to balance, we don't want an airbag to deploy in a situation where it's not needed, because an airbag deploying can cause an injury. So from the manufacturer's perspective, they're deciding when is there enough force in a crash that we want to deploy the airbag so the passenger or driver gets the benefit of it. And we also want to make sure that we don't deploy it too often, because if you're deploying it in a really low speed crash, and it's not going to make any difference, but it could inject some other injury mechanism into the situation, they don't want to do that. So airbag cases are particularly tough. But if you get hit from behind, your airbags and it's supposed to go off. Also, people just think any impact should cause my airbag to go off, and that's not true. You want to see a significant amount of force, the property damage at the front. And the other thing that happens is if it's an off-center hit, or there's all sorts of different things that go into it. But the short non-lawyer non-answer to your question is it's a very unique analysis.